Jaden, start with last year. I'm sure there was a lot of frustration because of the injury situation. You didn't, you didn't get to contribute sure as much as you wanted. So, talk about that a little bit and how difficult that was for you.
Yeah, it was definitely up and down last season. Still have fun though, even though I wasn't really playing. It was just good to be around all like my friends that I was here. All my friends, like all the receivers that we had, coaching staff that we had at the time, all did like a great job of making sure I was doing okay, mentally and physically. It was definitely challenging because you did, like, of course, no one wants to be injured and you want to be on the field. But it wasn't that difficult because I've been injured before, so like it wasn't something I hadn't already been through. So it wasn't that difficult.
Change of schemes for you. Your third offense in 3 years. So is that difficult having to learn things, or is receiver and it's not that big a difference?
Yeah, I would say, of course, learn anything new could be tough, but with the coaching staff that we have, Coach Garrett, like my receiver coach, Coach Nealon, they do a great job making sure that we're all ready to go before we step out on the field. I would say I've been learning this offense pretty well. I would say this offense is pretty much receiver friendly. And like I said, they just do a great job making sure that we're all prepared and ready to go out on the field.
Why is it receiver friendly?
I don't really know how to explain that, but it just is like, I wouldn't say like we're moving really fast on the field. We're a fast offense, so it definitely works out in our favor when we're going that fast. So yeah.
Tempo hard to get used to? I mean, you've played in tempo offenses before, but this thing seems faster than
definitely others. At Oklahoma State, we played tempo a lot, very much a lot. And then last year with Neil Brown's offense, it wasn't really as much tempo. So I wouldn't say it's hard getting back in. It's hard getting back into shape, getting back into that tempo shape. But as far as it being difficult, no, I don't think it's difficult. I actually really enjoy it and like playing in this offense really a lot.
What went into your decision to stick around, to go through the transition to Coach Rod and all that after going through the portal?
I really like West Virginia. I really like the state. I felt like since I moved out here, I really like got to know myself better. Just being far away from home. Just got to grow up a little bit. I feel like I'm more locked in out here. Yeah, I just really like everything about West Virginia. Like that's why I ended up staying. I don't want to leave. Like I want to at least give Rich Rod and his staff a chance before I made any big decisions. Because going into the portal, it's really cutthroat out there once you get in there. So just wanted to give the staff a chance, and I really enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying it now, being here and playing for Rich Rod and his staff.
We even had other players actually mention who had been through the portal before that they just really didn't want to have to deal with it again after already doing it. So was that even part of it in addition to West Virginia?
Yeah, you could say that. It's just like really just going into like what I did. Like I didn't have no production last year, so like there wasn't really no need for me to even think about entering the portal because there's a lot of other players in the portal. So yeah, I just really wanted to stay here and give Rich Rod and like I said, his staff a chance.
Receivers who have played here in the past, but a lot of new faces, younger ones or older ones. So give us a look at some of those other guys, the Cam Vaughns of the world, and all the rest of them that are somewhat new.
Yeah, so you said Cam. Cam's been great this whole spring. Just watching him make plays. He's younger than me, but he's been in this offense, so I'm learning from him every day as well, because he knows the offense like the back of his hand. If you look at Jack State last year, he was a big contributor for them as a freshman, and like his ceiling is just it's through the roof on what he can do for this program, and it's just been great to be able to play with him. We got Cyrus had transferred in. He's been doing really great every day. He's getting better. Another young guy. Jarrell Williams, he was here last year. He's in the wideout room because I play wideout, but I guess I get to see the slots as well. But if we're talking about wideouts, we got depth in that room. We're young. Everybody's pushing each other to be great. And this spring has just been really fun because everybody, especially like there's players that came over from Jackson State, so like they know the offense, and they're all helping us, making sure that we're on track and all having the same common goal, which is like winning a Big 12 championship. So everybody's bought in and helping each other, and like it's just been great.
Can you talk a little bit, because you've got these players like you returning from the previous staff, you've got guys that followed Rich Rod here from other stops, you have guys that have no connection to West Virginia or Rich Rodriguez. How's the locker room gelling so far and coming together, bonding, especially like the wide receivers and the offense in particular?
It's going good. I feel like now, since we're deep into it, like at first, of course, like everybody's gonna be quiet at first, but as more as we got together, we're always hanging out with each other outside of football. Everybody's gelling really well. I really like the locker room, a lot of new faces, like you had said. So it's been really fun. There's a lot of competition out there. You don't see like stuff translating from outside on the field to inside the locker room. Like once stuff happens out there and you come into the locker room and it's dropped and everybody's smiling, dancing and stuff like that. So it's been great having all the new faces into the program.
In your career, you've seen the growth of coaching staffs and all the players around the program helping you now, whereas just a few years ago it was like one position coach. Is it difficult at times to listen to different voices, or do you are you able to put together what this guy's telling you versus that guy?
Yeah, so like in practice, it depends which side of the field I'm on, but either it'll be Coach Garrett on that side or I'll have Coach Nealon on another side. They're both all they're really good at they're basically both saying the same things. Like I'm not hearing something else from a different coach and then another coach saying something. I'm hearing the same thing from them. So everybody on staff, especially like a wideouts, because I'm in the wideouts room, they're really bought on board and they're all on the same page on what needs to be done and what they're looking for. And like when Coach Rod wants something done or he's not liking how something is done, he's gonna let us know, and that's on our job and like our coach's job to get it fixed. So they do a great job of just making sure that we're all on the same page.
What fundamental skills you just trying to hone in on this spring?
Fundamental skills, really just being cleaner at the top of my break, coming out of my routes. That's been a big emphasis that we've been working on, like three-step breaks, coming out of the ball explosive, especially like when we're coming out of like a slant or anything, not having a false step, like coming off the ball fast, because we're a tempo offense, so we can't be laid off of the ball because everything has to do with timing. So I would say those are the main things that, like the fundamental stuff that I've been working on this spring.
You have one teammate, Preston Fox, decided initially was going to retire, hang him up, comes back during spring ball. Your wide receivers coach was talking about how he kind of was looking around the room when he came back and entered to see like how people took to the extra body, and he said he was surprised everyone was laughing and like welcome back Preston. Can you talk a little bit about how it was like to get him back into the locker room?
Yeah, it was great to have P. Fox back in the room, especially what he can do for this team and what type of character he brings into the room. A guy that knows a lot about football. He's just smart in general, and he's just a good person to be around. Like there's nobody else like. That's like a guy who want to play next to. That's a guy you speak of is Preston Fox. He works super hard. He never backs down from anything. I was really excited for him to come back because we definitely need him this year, especially what he can bring for the program.
Okay, thank you, Jake.
Yep.